West Ham 2, Manchester United 1. And you know what? I'm not even upset because I expected this. I predicted a loss in my preview and we did lose. I'm not even angry, fam. Genuinely, these man just let us down every week. They're so inconsistent and there's no point in getting upset anymore because genuinely, it is the same shit that we've been seeing for the past 11 years since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. But you know what? Let's actually get into the game, break down what happened, what I saw, and what I thought about the game. So, Eric Ten Hag, he started with Onana, Dalot, De Ligt, Martinez, and Dalot. Then Casemiro and Eriksen in the midfield. Then Garnacho on the left, Bruno in the attacking midfield position, and then Rashford on the right with Højlund up front. And obviously, like I mentioned in my preview, I wanted Ahmad to start, and unfortunately he didn't. I don't think Erik ten Hag likes technical players that much, to be honest. And yeah. But Man United surprisingly did start the game off really well, and to be honest, we should have been out of sight in the first half because we created so many good chances. The first chance comes 2 minutes into the game when Garnacho hits the bar, and West Ham is very sloppy from West Ham. Man United break through the middle with Casemiro, who sets up Garnacho from 15 yards. It's actually West Ham who give it away to Eriksen, who plays it to Bruno. He squares it to Garnacho and he hits the bar. It's a very good hit from Garnacho, but to be honest, he should be scoring that chance. It should be 1-0 Man United with 2 minutes gone. Garnacho then gets another chance and he misses again. He should have scored. Fernandes spots him in behind Wan-Bissaka and he plays him through on goal. The angle is a little bit tight, but he sends his finish wayward and off target. Very wasteful in my opinion. And Garnacho should be scoring that, and it should be 2-0 United with 8 minutes played. Højlund then has another chance 12 minutes into the game. Garnacho escapes in behind again and this time feeds Højlund inside the box. He's just about to get his shot away and Fabianski is there to make a strong block. And you know what? I think Højlund should be scoring that as well. So that's 3 good chances in about 12 minutes. Fernandes then has another chance as well with 13 minutes played. West Ham give it away and they're very poor defensively. Man United should be out of sight. This time Fernandes makes the run in behind and Casemiro floats in a really nice ball and it should be 4-0. Casemiro should be getting an assist and it should be 4-0 United. So Garnacho should have 2 goals already. Bruno should have 2 assists already. Garnacho should have had another assist, and then Casemiro should have had an assist and Fernandes should have scored. It should be 4-0, to be quite honest with you. Like 13 minutes played, we had 4 very, very good chances in the opening 15 minutes of the game and we squandered all of them. It should have been 4-0, genuinely. Like if we could just finish our chances, then we would have been comfortably beating West Ham and we would have gotten away with all 3 points. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. West Ham do have a chance with 21 minutes into the game, and it's another simple ball. Sorry, it's Man United that have this chance as well. 21 minutes in the game, another simple ball played over West Ham back four. This time gets Marcus Rashford into the game. Kilman is tight to him and does just enough to stop the shot. So Rashford is in behind, but he can't get his shot away, and West Ham do defend it well. 32 minutes into the game, and this most definitely should have been 1-0 Manchester United. It's a miss of the decade by Diogo Dalot. It's absolutely extraordinary how he misses that open net. Man United get in behind again, and Fabianski is in no man's land. Dalot clips it over him and charges charges in on the unguarded net. He's only 8 yards out, but somehow he manages to completely miss the target with that finish, and that should have been 5-0, or at least Dalot should be scoring that, making it 1-0 with 32 minutes played. And honestly, like, what more can be said? Like, how many more clear-cut chances do you need to kind of score and put away and actually kind of come away with all 3 points here? Genuinely, like, that was our best chance. And that should have been a goal. From all the chances that Man United have created in the opening half an hour, that Diogo Dalot miss was the best chance. I think it's Casemiro who plays in Dalot after, Dalot makes a run in behind the West Ham defence. He's definitely onside and it definitely should be a goal. 40 minutes are gone and Man United get a corner. And this time it goes into the box. Eriksen swings it in. Alvarez, who flicks on a header. It sails towards goal and it hits the crossbar. and the crossbar comes to West Ham's rescue again. And another chance, 44 minutes gone, across. Garnacho again sprints down the line. His low ball is cleared by Kilman. He crosses it in, but no Man United player can get on the end of it. And then finally, Fabianski has to make a save as well. Throw another big chance onto the pile. This time Eriksen sends in a free kick, and Casemiro's flick is brilliantly saved by Fabianski, who flicks it away as well. Oops, sorry about that. And you know what? We should have been completely out of sight in the first half. That should have been 6-0, to be honest. I think if I can count how many chances we had. 2 minutes gone, Garnacho has a chance. 8 minutes gone, Garnacho has another chance. 12 minutes gone, Højlund has a chance. That's 3 chances. Fernandes has another chance with that header. That should have been 4-0. Diego Dalot has another chance when he gets past Fabianski, who's in no man's land. That's 5 chances. And then finally, Casemiro has Casemiro's flick on header is saved by Fabianski, who flicks it away. That's 6 big chances. 6 big chances in the first half, and Manchester United failed to capitalise on any of them. And we go into half-time 0-0. And if you have a look at the stats at half-time, Man United had 8 shots in total, 2 shots on target, 57% pass accuracy, 57% possession, 85% pass accuracy, and unfortunately it's 0-0. West Ham only had 1 shot and they had none on target with 43% possession. And total touches inside the box at halftime, Man United had 13 total touches in the box compared to West Ham's 8. So most definitely Manchester United should have been winning this game. At least I counted 6 chances, 6 clear-cut big chances in the first half, and Man United don't score any of them. And I just knew that this would eventually come back to bite Man United in the arse, and that was it. Your second half kicks off, and West Ham do make 3 changes. Souček, Summerville and Tobido are on for Paqueta, Solar and Mavropanos. And the changes that Lopetegui made West Ham grow into the game, and Erik ten Hag simply didn't react to these West Ham chances and West Ham changes, and West Ham did kind of get some chances in the second half, and they made some good chances, and Man United kind of tailed off defensively and weren't kind of closing down West Ham when making these chances. And West Ham kind of did have a good couple of chances, but before that, Man United did have a chance in the 54th minute for Garnacho when Rashford pulls wide and delivers a deep cross that is met by Garnacho from the angle, and Garnacho shoots into the side netting. Garnacho had a lot of chances this game, but his finishing was absolutely wayward again, and I'm very surprised that Garnacho, 1, started, and 2, he survived a full 90 minutes. Because I thought, again, Garnacho was very wasteful. Even though he's getting into the right positions and stuff, you need to be putting these chances away if you want to be climbing up that league table. So yeah, West Ham do come alive, and they get a shot in the 55th minute, and some pressing and hustle down the left ends with Antonio taking a shot from 20 yards out. And then Man United do have another chance in the 58th minute. It's a superb counter by Manchester United after some cool under pressure passing from Fernandes. Garnacho feeds Højlund from 20 yards out, and his effort is beaten away by the goalkeeper. It is a shot that the goalkeeper should be saving anyway, but again, it counts as another chance for Manchester United as well. Rashford then comes on to Ahmad comes on for Rashford, and I can't believe Garnacho lasts another 90 minutes. I mean, I don't know what Garnacho has. I have no idea how he's lasting that long. But West Ham do grab a chance in the 62nd minute, and it's a chance for Emerson. Antonio does his best work of the match by charging to the byline and sending in a low cross, and it looks set to be finished by Emerson from 6 yards, but the ball slides under his foot, and Man United are hanging on here because West Ham are kind of growing into the game, and West Ham do grab a goal finally in the 73rd minute by Summerville, and it's some decent play by West Ham, but it's very poor defending by Manchester United. West Ham break down the right side, and Bowen feeds in Ings, who takes a swipe with his first touch. It's a poor shot that turns out to be a perfect assist for Summerville, and it's another sub is waiting at the back post to slide it home. Dalot is a little bit asleep there on his side, and Summerville grabs a goal. So that's 1-0 West Ham, and it is what it is. I wasn't really surprised because Man United really should have been out of sight in the first half, and West Ham grabbed that goal. Man United responded by winning a corner, and it's another chance. Garnacho's ball finds Højlund in the middle, but Fabianski is alert to make the punched clearance, and Man United do make another sub, and Eriksen comes on for Xerxes. Eriksen was probably our second best player on the pitch after Casemiro, but he is replaced by Xerxes. One last roll of the dice, and it does work out for Manchester United because Xerxes does end up getting the assist for that goal that Casemiro scores. With Alvarez off the pitch, United load the box. It's Xerxes who wins the contact with his shoulder. With his shoulder, and Casemiro is there to head it home from 3 yards out. And it's some really good play by Man United. Ahmad grabs the ball from deep, so he is involved in this match. He kind of plays a ball to the left-hand side to Dalot, and Dalot heads it across into the box to Xerxes. Xerxes then heads it to Casemiro, and Casemiro then heads home to make it 1-1. And honestly, I thought it would have been I thought it was kind of, Man United really should have been out of sight in the first half. We shouldn't be 1-1 at this point in time. But yeah. Ahmad then cuts in the 85th minute and has a shot with his left foot, but Fabianski holds on. Another kind of chance for Man United, which we were on the break there and we should have been maybe doing better. Ahmad possibly could have played Garnacho in on the left hand side, and he could have maybe crossed it in and got another opportunity as well. And finally, the most controversial point of the game was when West Ham have a penalty appeal and it's not given. The hammers go direct into the box and there's bodies everywhere. Ings goes down between 3 Man United players, and I think it's Matthis de Ligt who has contact on Ings, and but there's nothing doing. However, the off-field referee, the VAR referee, he advises the referee to go to the television screen, and look at the VAR and look at the replay, and the official, the referee, I forgot his name, but he awards West Ham a penalty. And you know what, I think it was harsh, to be honest with you, the penalty, but it is what it is. There's no excuse really for kind of blaming that loss on the penalty, because Man United really should have been out of sight in the first half. And then Bowen steps up and he dispatches the penalty away, even though Andre Onana did kind of dive the right way. And Man United are furious. Ten Hag is on the pitch barking at the fourth official. De Ligt can't believe it. And even though there was contact between the pair, but was it clear and obvious? Was it a clear and obvious kind of decision to in terms of, was it a clear and obvious mistake by the on-field referee? I don't think so. The referee did take about 2 minutes watching the replay, and he then gives the penalty. But yeah, in terms of that, like, nothing more can be said really. Man United simply did not have enough kind of they didn't kind of they weren't clinical enough in terms of finishing off their chances this game. And I'm numb to this pain, innit? Like, I've been seeing the same shit for the past 11 years, and I just really don't care anymore in terms of the loss, wins or draws, because I'm numb, innit? It's just like, what am I supposed to do? Kind of come on here, start swearing and stuff and start ranting? Like, I'm not really about that. I did that last game against Fenerbahce and I just can't be bothered really. But yeah, it's a really disappointing loss, especially how I mentioned before. Everyone is going to be saying that we should have been out of sight in the first half, and we should have been out of sight, and without a doubt we should have been out of sight in the first half. And Onana then prevents the host from making it 3-1 as well. It could have been kind of it could have been 3-1 to West Ham late on, but Onana kind of does make the save. And I want to see who the referee was. Let me just check who the referee was if I can find it. The referee was David Coote. The video assistant referee was Michael Oliver. So Michael Oliver did advise David Coote to kind of go to the VAR screen and have a look at the kind of incident which led to West Ham scoring that penalty. And like I said, I think that penalty appeal, that penalty that West Ham got in the 92nd minute was very harsh, and there was a long time whereby where the contact was first made. I think it was 88 minutes. The contact was made on who was it made on? I think I forgot who it was made on. Let me just check. Ings, yeah. So it was a long time before the contact was made, and then a long time taken at the screen by the referee as well. But yeah, in terms of full-time stats, let's have a look at the full-time stats. Just give me a second here. Let's have a look. Let's pull up the stats here. Let's have a look at the stats. So there are your stats here. 18 shots, 5 on target, 58% possession, pass accuracy 83%. Compared to West Ham's, West Ham had 12 shots, only 3 on target there, 42% possession. So really, Man United kind of did dominate the first half, but in terms of shots on target, we had nowhere near enough. We had nowhere near enough shots on target. Let me just check the stats for the first half, because I do kind of make notes on the game and stuff. So shots on target at the end of the first half was 2, and then at the end of the game was 5. So Man United had a total of 3 more shots on target in the second half, and you know what, the second half performance really wasn't good enough. I really don't want to blame it on the penalty was never a penalty. And I don't want to. I'm gonna be really, really annoyed if Erik ten Hag comes out and says, "Oh, I don't acknowledge the game because it wasn't a penalty." Bro, it doesn't matter, fam. Like, a penalty is a penalty. The game is the game. You can't say you don't acknowledge it. It's still a game. You can't say, "Oh, let's see the league table. Let's not count this game because it wasn't a penalty." The league table doesn't lie, and Man United simply weren't good enough to be coming away with all 3 points because our finishing was absolutely woeful. But yeah, in terms of some other things I'd want to mention, in my opinion, I think only one of Rashford and Garnacho have to play because the balance of the side isn't great. Rashford really wasn't that lively in the first half. He did have one chance where he was couldn't get away his shot, and I still believe that Rashford is better than Garnacho on the left, and I would much rather prefer to see a standard right winger on the right and not a left winger. So I'd rather have Ahmad starting on the right, Rashford on the left. And I genuinely believe that Ahmad is better than Garnacho. Garnacho is very wasteful in my opinion. And Garnacho extremely overrated. You can tell which Man United fans know ball by asking them who's a better footballer, Ahmad or Garnacho. The ones that know ball will say Ahmad, and the ones who know nothing about ball will say Garnacho's. And Garnacho is extremely overrated in my opinion, incredibly wasteful on the ball, and Ahmad is better on the right wing. But yeah, in terms of like the best left winger at the club, I'm gonna have to say it is Rashford in my opinion. He's the best left winger at the club. But yeah, not even 90 minutes for Garnacho this time. It was 100 minutes for Garnacho, and I don't know how he's getting away with this, man. Like, genuinely, I've got no idea how Garnacho is getting away with so many minutes. But yeah, let's just have a look at the kind of Sofa score ratings. Let me pull them up. Let's just load up the stats here, and then we'll take a quick look at the Sofa scores and the league table as well. Yeah. So let's have a look at the Sofa scores. Here are your Sofa scores. I think this is a very good website to kind of see stats of players and stuff. You can see Casemiro there with an 8.6 rating, and Casemiro in my opinion was man of the match for Manchester United. I think he was our best player on the pitch. And in terms of some other stats, this is the first game that Manchester United have lost in all competitions this season when Eriksen has started. So that's quite unfortunate as well. But I have to say that Man United are unbeaten in all competitions when Ahmad has started though. So when Ahmad has started, we are unbeaten in all competitions as well. And in terms of Man United's play, if you have a look at the attacking momentum in the first half, Man United did kind of dominate the attacking momentum, and yeah, we should have been out of sight in the first half. We played really well first half, but like I said, if you can't finish your chances, then you are going to be kind of you know, you're not gonna come away with anything. And honourable mention does go to Joshua Zirkzee. I thought he was decent when he came on. He provided that assist for that goal as well, but he was only on the pitch for 11 minutes, had one assist. You know, not many accurate passes. He didn't really get into the game that much, but that one assist he did kind of do well for. But Rasmus Højlund was a little bit missing in my opinion. If you have a look at his shots on target, only 2 shots on target, but accurate passes, 15 out of 17. He was okay, you know, nothing special. I think he needs to kind of I think with Rasmus Højlund, he's not getting the service, in my opinion. He needs to be kind of, you know, the wingers need to be doing better for him. Bruno Fernandes had an okay game as well. He did create a couple of chances as well. If you have a look, how many chances Bruno created. Two big chances created, 7 long balls, you know. And yeah, he should have been coming away with a couple assists in this match, in my opinion, as well. Diego Dalot should have scored that goal. You know, he really should have scored that goal. I'm not sure that big chances here, big chances missed one. Yeah, that chance that he had in the first half when he rounds the keeper, he needs to be putting that away really. But yeah, overall, you know, I'm not happy. But you know what? I'm not gonna be kind of angry and swearing. I'm just kind of numb to this pain right now. It's just painful, innit? But I'm numb. I'm numb to the pain. So yeah, very disappointed with the loss. But it's not looking good for Man United. You know, it's really not looking good for us. I did say that in my preview. If we fail to win against West Ham, I think we're gonna be struggling to finish top half of the league this season. I genuinely think we're gonna struggle to finish top half, and it's just because we can't score goals. We're not taking our chances. It would be interesting to see what the XG was this game. Let me try find that. Let me try find the XG for this game. So let me try do that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be high in terms of Man United's favour. Let's have a look. So West Ham did end up having a higher XG than Manchester United, but I think that was because of the penalty. I think that's why West Ham had a higher XG. But you know, Man United had so many chances in the first half to just put away the game, and they just failed to do so. Yeah. West Ham had an XG of 2.98. Man United had an XG of 2.12. And yeah, you know, Man United, not really good. Not much can be said. Here's interesting. So, Man United, let's pull this up. I'll show you guys this website as well. It's pretty decent that I found. 57% possession for Man United. Big chances created 5. 4 big chances for West Ham. Big chances missed. 4 big chances missed for United. 2 big chances missed for West Ham. Expected goals, you have a look at that. West Ham with 2.98. Man United with 2.12. Shots, Man United had more shots compared to West Ham as well. But yeah, I don't know what more can be said about this game apart from we're kind of numb to this game right now. Yeah. What can be said, man? What can be said about Man United? I've got no idea, man. I'm just kind of deflated. Another loss. We're not moving up the league table. It's going to be a long season, man. Yeah, it's going to be a very long season. It's not looking good. Finally, what we'll do is we will have a little bit look ahead of what's to come. So let's just take a look at the league table right now. We have gone down to 14th position. West Ham have moved up to 13th. And if we had won that game, we would have been on 14 points 14 points, and we would have been in 8th position had we have won this game. So we'll have a look at the league table right now. So league table right here. Here's United. Here we are. We're in 14th position. So our previous position was 12th. So now we are 14th. West Ham do move ahead of us. I think the next kind of factor in terms of determining league position is goals for, because we have the same goal difference, -3 goal difference. West Ham have scored more goals than us with 13. We've scored only 8 goals in the league. I think only scored 8 goals in the league. So yeah, if Man United had won this game, we would have been on 14 points. 14 points would have had us above Tottenham. We would have been in 8th position, if we had won this game. So yeah, I think if we had won this game, I would have been more confident for the rest of the season. But since we didn't, I'm really kind of struggling to see how Man United are going to be finishing in the top half of the league. I think we're genuinely going to struggle to finish top half. We dropped points against Palace. We dropped who won against Spurs, I think. They did win against Spurs. Yeah, that was the first win of the season. That 3 points against Spurs they won. Can't believe they won against Spurs. Like Palace, we dropped 2 points against them at Selhurst Park. If we had won that game against Palace, that's 2 extra points. We would have been on 13. Then if we had beaten West Ham, we would have been on 16 points. So yeah, we would have been in 8th position. These things are gonna add up when you come end of the season. Like I'm struggling to see how Man United are gonna be finishing in the top half now, because you lose against West Ham, you drop points to Palace, who are below us. West Ham were below us in the league before this game, now they're above us. So it's going to be a very long season, and we're going to have to strap ourselves in, because I don't like talking about the manager, but I don't believe in Ten Hag. I really don't believe in Ten Hag. I don't believe how we can turn this around. We'll see where we are in the international break, the November international break. I'll make a little Erik Ten Hag Man United review of the season during that, because the 10 games into the season, the league table starts to shape up, and you see where whereabouts you're going to finish. And you look at the top 4 right now, very good competitive top 4. City are there, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Arsenal up there as well. If we had beaten Palace and we had beaten West Ham, we would have definitely been up there. We would have had 5 extra points. We would have been, like I mentioned before, we would have been 5 extra points would have had us 16 points. We would have been around 8th place. That's not too bad, but since we've just dropping points left, right and centre, it's just not good. That Brighton loss as well, we should be beating Brighton. Liverpool, okay, I can understand they're a great side. That win against Southampton. Crystal Palace, we should be winning that game. Tottenham again. Tottenham lost. Tottenham are 8th with 13 points, but they lost to Crystal Palace today. So we're at home to Tottenham. We should be beating Tottenham as well. That draw to Aston Villa, we should have been beating Aston Villa as well. Even though Aston Villa are a great side, they're really good, but we should be winning that game. Win against Brentford, I was happy with the win, but I didn't get too excited. And now the loss to West Ham. Bro, it's going to be a long season, innit? It's going to be an extremely long season, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not looking forward to the rest of the season, man. I'm not going to be confident. I think, like I mentioned, we are going to struggle to finish in the top half of the league this season. Yeah, I just don't see where the goals are going to come from, and I don't believe in Ten Hag. Yeah, I hope Erik Ten Hag doesn't come out and say I don't acknowledge the game because it wasn't a penalty. What a bullshit excuse that is. But anyway, yeah, I don't like swearing, and I'm numb to this. I'm not getting upset because I'm numb to this shit. I don't feel pain, and we're just dusty, innit? We're dusty. We're going to struggle to finish top half of the league this season. And finally, what we'll do is we'll just look ahead to the next couple of fixtures. Quick time. So there are our next fixtures coming up. We're next up against Leicester City in the EFL Cup. We've got four games in a row now. We've got four home games in a row. One EFL Cup next, then Leicester City, then Chelsea at home, then PAOK at home in the Europa League, and Leicester City at home as well. And yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. When we get to the November international break, after this game against Leicester City, I'll make a little critical review. If Erik ten Hag is going to be under pressure still, I'll look into some manager targets that Manchester United could be going for if Man United do decide to sack Erik ten Hag. And like I mentioned previously, I'm not about sacking Erik ten Hag and giving it Ruud van Nistelrooy until the end of the season. I would rather Man United get a proper interim. Maybe someone like whoever is available. I did mention previously in the last international break, I would have gone for Tuchel on an interim basis. But yeah, in terms of that, we'll see how that goes. But we are up against Leicester City in the EFL Cup next, midweek on Wednesday. Then after that, we are at home to Chelsea in the league as well. So yeah, let's have a look at where Chelsea are. Chelsea are on 17 points in 4th position as well. So if Chelsea win that game, like top 4 is completely and absolutely gone, in my opinion, if Chelsea beat us at Old Trafford. But yeah, so that's it from me. I'm not gonna get upset. Hopefully, I don't like swearing and stuff and being negative, but I'm numb to this shit. I don't feel pain. We're just dusty in it, and it's not looking good, bruv. Long season ahead. Strap yourselves in, boys. Yeah, it's not looking good.